Hello, this is an online video regarding free meals in FE allocations. In this section, we shall be covering the allocations methodology itself. Now, by way of introduction and putting your allocation into context, we have made allocations to 830 institutions, made up from anything from a general further education college, a specialist college, to a sixth form college, to a commercial and charitable provider, to a local authority delivering 16 to 19, to an academy or free school that is 16 to 19 delivery only. To those 830 institutions, we have allocated on the basis of 131,700 students, 16 million free meals at a rate equivalent to £2.41 per meal. How did we put this allocation together? Our start point was to identify the number of fundable students per institution. And we don't have, as this is a new initiative, we don't have any actual data to go on. Incidentally, the ILR will now have a field for 2014-15 that allows institutions to flag students who are both eligible and who have taken up free meals in that year. So we have chosen to use the young people's administrative data set and matched it to the 2012-13 ILR to identify individual students who were on free school meals at 15. We have opted for the free school meals at 15 measure as it is the latest position as far as students are concerned. That is, before they have joined a post-16 establishment. To this identified total, we apply the institution's retention factor. Now, this is the retention factor that has been used in the mainstream allocation. And this then supplies our identifiable or our fundable student number. We then come to mode of attendance, and this we have done a proxy for full-time and part-time. The full-time proxy consists of bands 4 to 5, i.e. those students who are on 450 plus hours a year, and for part-time students, those in bands 1 to 3, i.e. those up to 449 guided learning hours per year. Now, the assumptions we have made for full-time and part-time, we have assumed that an individual, a full-time student, will attend on average 4.5 days a week for 33 weeks in the year. And a part-time student will attend on average 3 days a week for 24.5 weeks a year. And clearly this means that some students will attend more and some students will attend less. Now, there are clearly some instances where we have no data whatsoever. That is, no free school meals data, no retention factor, or no proxy part-time, full-time percentages. In these instances, we have used averages. For students, we have used the local authority average to identify the number of free school meal students. For retention factor and for full-time, part-time proxies, we have used the institution type average. Finally, we add a startup contribution to the free meals allocation, which is basically 5% of the allocation with a minimum of £1,000 and a maximum of £6,000. Now let's have a look at an example of how the methodology works. In this example, we have identified 200 students who were eligible for free school meals at 15. To this, we have applied the retention factor of 95% to arrive at a fundable figure of 190 students. At this point, we apply the full-time and part-time proxies. In this case, it's 80% and 20%, giving us a full-time student number of 152 and a part-time number of 38. Now, the next two lines apply the respective funding rates of £340 and £170 for full-time and part-time respectively. In the actual allocation, it was actually £358 and £179. To this, we then add a startup contribution, and in this case, we've used the £1,000 minimum amount. In the actual allocation, it would have worked out using the 5% calculator of £2,907, and then that gives us the total allocation. Well, that's just about it. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you.